What's inside a sim racing steering wheel? We're going to find out today, and these are arguably the 4 most exciting steering wheels to do it with, because these are the cheapest sim racing steering wheels in the world with a screen. So these wheels have the functionality that everyone's been asking for. You've got all the rotaries and encoders, you've got the funky switches, you have the screens, you have the clutch paddles and shifters as well. Now all of these wheels also come in under $400. So if these wheels are easy to disassemble, easy to repair, have good materials, then this is a great thing for sim racing. If they're a pain to disassemble, you couldn't be able to repair it. We won't be able to hide our frustration. So it's going to be really interesting, because that could make or break it for a lot of people, whether you decide to get a wheel from these companies, Conspit and MOZA, or get a wheel from the established companies like, let's say, Fanatec or other companies that are more expensive. Now, it was Conspit that came to us with this idea. They said, hey, do you want to disassemble our wheels? So big thanks to Conspit for coming up with that idea and sponsoring this video. But we don't know what we're going to find inside. Like, you're going to see
complete blind test for us
at the same time as us, and Conspit haven't told us say or not say anything. So the Conspit is a 300 GT, $399. The MOZA is the KS Pro, $329. The Conspit circular wheel here is a 310 Apex, $349, and the MOZA wheel here is CS Pro, $329. Okay, we're going to start with the Conspit 300 GT and MOZA KS Pro, and we're going to start with the quick releases, so we'll take them off. However, Sam, I don't think you're going to be able to on that one, but I am on the Conspit. Not necessarily a good or bad thing, but why is that the case?
I mean, my NRG quick release is fixed for the front on the MOZA, so it's a lot harder to take it off. You've got to take the whole faceplate off to do it. As you see, there are 0 bolts to be able to get to that. Whereas with the Conspit, obviously, they have different designs, so you can change it whenever you want.
So first interesting thing is that this quick release is connected by a cable. So that will be data. There we go. Conspit do 2 different types of quick releases. I think this was the original one. I can't remember what they call it. This is like the NRG style one. Now, the NRG style one does look, is a similar style to the MOZA, obviously, and loads of other brands. What's nice about this one is that I was able to unscrew it through, which you can't do on this one. So I think with Conspit wheels, you can often choose which ones to get, or if you're getting new QRs. But I would say for ease of use, this is actually very easy to take on and off.
I mean, that took you no time at all to do 3.
Why you'd really want to on a Conspit wheel, I don't know. But if you had a third-party wheel that you wanted to use on Conspit, then that could be why.
I'm still chilling here with my NRG setup.
But that's going to unscrew from the inside.
It is.
Now, the difference it does make is that if your QR becomes loose,
you have to
go inside. Yeah. I'm very interested to see how the MOZA cable works on the QR. So we've got, again, here...
You'd imagine it to be the exact same.
Yeah, looks like it. So they should be interchangeable. So for ease of disassembly, the original Conspit QR, this gold one, is a lot easier to assemble. Okay, so we have a QR off on the Conspit. We have a QR on the MOZA, but now we want to take these apart.
Shall I start taking mine apart as well?
Yeah. Now, this front plate on the 300 GT, which to be fair is the most expensive wheel we've got of these 4, is carbon fibre. It'll be interesting to see how that works with anything to do thread through it.
Yeah.
Something you might be wondering is how you take these plates off if you have joysticks and rotaries. And the answer is going to be you remove them. And sometimes with the rotaries you have very small...
grub screw in it.
Yeah. Now you could have them in a way that they just unclip, but then you might be worried that... So that's too small.
So, can I show this to the camera? Let's have a look. On the back of the MOZA shifter, the same essentially as your Conspit, you just unplug it for the shifters. So put that one there.
A screw in there.
Oh, the Allen key.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, and that stays in there. So that's how you remove your rotaries and see what's underneath. It's interesting, obviously now you can clearly see how it works with these numbers, that they're all there, but then it obscures with this cutout, which is really nice. So all yours are on the back.
By the looks thing, unless I've missed something, all mine, this should be my last screw.
Oh, wow. So I just actually do need to take off these someones here. That is unbelievably light as carbon fibre.
Oh, mine's done as well. So why Kireth is doing that, one of the differences, but not really differences, is obviously the screens. They've both got a 3-inch screen. The Conspit stuff has 7 customizable dashes on the 310 Apex. On the 330 GT, it's, you kind of have to do it on the encoder. Whereas on the MOZA, both of them are the same. You can do it on the pit house. Completely customizable.
Wow. Okay, so have to say, not too much faff there, I think, on either.
No. Mine was literally 10 screws, plus the 2 shifters, so probably about 20 screws max.
So let's do this together actually.
Yeah.
Ready? Is there going to be any ribbon cables? Not on mine.
Mine has the QR one.
So you have the QR. Ah, the QR is coming all the way through.
So there's my one off.
Wow, let's put into camera face side by side. Wow, it's like the DNA of the wheel, isn't it?
Yeah. But then if you actually look at the back of mine,
yeah,
it's completely different.
Completely different.
All my
structure.
PCB, motherboard, everything is all built into the faceplate.
And that's
It's all here.
because this is carbon fibre. I mean, this weighs nothing.
Yeah.
It's carbon fibre. I mean, obviously I don't want to break it, but I don't think I could. But it's like you feel like you could when you look at it. But I'm trying to bend it.
Don't. It's close to my face.
Yeah. But that is like obviously Formula One grade. Maybe not grade, but that's Formula One material.
Style, yeah. It's cool.
Um,
And then if we actually look at the wheelbases, so
Wheelbases?
once again, mine had all the encoders on the actual faceplate. Nothing.
whoa,
Completely
very different,
empty.
complete opposite.
Completely empty. And that's obviously how you take off my QR as well for these screws.
So I can see the Conspit screen. I have to say, it looks very nice, that screen. I don't know if it's going to come across, but that looks like a screen that I'd love to put in loads of places, like have a little dash on your car, like a head-up display, like something. So it's a very tidy screen. So if something's gone wrong here, I should be able to replace buttons and things like that.
You've still got stuff behind it by the. You've still got stuff behind it by the looks of things because obviously your cable.
Runs around the back.
Mine, not so much. Oh yeah, I've got a couple as well which run behind it.
What's interesting is these buttons obviously are not designed to have any move. They don't have a direction like you do it. But obviously they have, because to come so long, they're going to wobble. So if you're doing this, I wouldn't move them
I
around.
wouldn't jiggle them around too much. That's foam.
So we've got a foam there. So should we compare the sort of PCB side by side? It's interesting that you have no buttons.
I've got
Oh
nothing.
no, you got because they're flips. Because it flips.
Yeah, everything is built into this for me.
Which it is for me also, but my faceplate. I think the difference is, Sam, that on the MOZA, your faceplate's still attached, basically.
Yeah, so all the electrics are connected to the faceplate on mine, whereas your faceplate is a standalone unit, and all your
so what that means is
it
it wouldn't be too difficult to change the faceplate on this one. If you wanted to have a different colour or something, or if Conspit wanted to do a cheaper one that didn't have carbon fibre, you could do it.
Or something really cool, like a see-through one or
a
anything
see-through
like that.
one, which actually I do have, which I'll try and put some B-roll on. So I can see now how that works. Should we have a look how the rotaries work? So they're basically turning inside a thread, but they don't come unthreaded. And these are my standoffs, basically, where the screws go into. Do you have standoffs, or is it working?
I don't. It's all literally all built in.
And that's an Ethernet. That's an Ethernet.
So that's the one.
Not an Ethernet, but that's to have your external goes into the MOZA box. You do have 2 buttons here.
They, I guess, are the back ones.
Oh, your back buttons are
there.
there.
My back buttons.
So how are my back buttons? My back buttons are also there, but I haven't taken off the rear plate. All my buttons are RGB, so they're illuminated there.
So shall I take my PCB off?
Yeah, let's take that PCB off, and should I try and take my back plate off?
Yeah.
So fair to say, very different like
completely
design.
different. I kind of assumed they'd both be very similar. They both go along the same sort of way of we'll have it all attached to the faceplate, or we'll have it all attached. If I'm honest as well, I thought it'd be more like your one. I thought they'd be attached to the actual main body of the wheel, not the faceplate. So the MOZA one has surprised me there a bit.
The carbon fibre is a nice touch though, because that is actually carbon fibre, and to have that as, because we know so many wheels have a carbon fibre sticker or a sheet of carbon fibre, but that actually is the carbon fibre faceplate.
Yeah. I wonder if these rotaries are like the THRUSTMASTER ones, where they pop off.
The KS ones.
What, will they pop off?
Yeah, I think on the KS they pop off as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to put it on
Yeah.
much.
Oh, my shifter. Oh! It's Pogo pins. It's Pogo pins on my shifter. That's crazy. I assumed that'd be a ribbon cable.
Like, I thought it'd be like this.
Yeah.
So what a Pogo print? Are they moving it
That's
out?
Pogo pins.
That's cool.
That is very, very, very nice. I never ever would have known that unless I hadn't taken this apart. So that shifter, I mean, okay. I mean, given that these come on and off, so like that Pogo pin, it'd be really cool if Conspit had some other way of actually attaching them, not these bolts. So you could just really just hot swap longer, shorter, yeah.
I can't get that off. I'm truly now limited by this ribbon cable. So I can't open this anymore because of ribbon cable.
Your grips are quite interesting.
Yeah. But you can see it's also got a cooling like Kireth was talking about with the Conspit for the screen.
Okay, many graphics card are they? Or do you want to take your QR off?
Can't take it off. I can take QR off.
You can't take your grips off?
No.
Ah, they're on the... that's
grips
crazy.
are built in.
Are they glued then? Right, so I've taken off literally every bolt off the 300 GT, and I think I should be able to now just pull it apart, and it should just come apart. Sam's taken off all the bolts he can on the MOZA KS Pro. However, we've hit a stumbling block, but I don't want to over-exaggerate it. It's this ribbon cable here, which is the screen kind of coming back into the board because the screen's on the front to come to the board. That will be removable. We just don't feel super comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure we do it right and get it back together. But you can let us know in the comments, like, oh, that would be really easy to do.
I think it's just a push and push, but I'm not certain.
Yeah, so it's just by the nature of the screen on the front, and obviously quite an elegant way coming through, but it does mean that there's something coming back there. On the Conspit, I've just disconnected these little PCB ones, which you just click in and they come out. So now I'm hoping that the PCB is going to come off.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. So.
Do you want, if I get this one here for you, and then you got 2 more on the bottom, 3 more.
So 3 more. So I've got a big one. And then I've got
2 little ones.
Which you just apply a bit of pressure and then they... Whoa! Okay.
So if we compare the PCBs...
Now we can compare PCBs. They're so cool, aren't they? So that's what it looks like. That's all the electronics.
You have to bear in mind, on my one, this is the back.
Mm-hmm.
So if you flip yours around, you can see the back of it. So this is actually... So MOZA build it all on the back, build it all in here, and it's very, very busy on the back, whereas the Conspit...
Pretty clean in the back. There is, like, is that a capacitor or something?
I think it is.
There's a capacitor there, which I won't touch, because I have electrocuted myself before, taking stuff apart. Do we need to warn people not to do this at home, or is it all good?
Yeah, I think it should just be a general consensus of don't try this at home. We are not professionals.
Yeah, don't try it at home, but if you have any questions, ask us, because we'll do it. But there we go. That's what it is. This is not carbon fibre. This weighs less than this. Don't know if that's obvious. I can kind of like... It's not really how it works. But if anyone's wondering, again, what it looks like, that's what you see, like that. but it's not all one unitary unit. Ah, okay, so that's pretty similar. That's pretty similar.
Yeah, at this angle, with the handles off, there's not a lot of difference.
But let's get into differences, because there are some big differences actually that I've noticed. So one of them is, I'm very surprised on grips actually, because these grips here look like the grips that I've seen on really high-end wheels, like the way they come in, and also changing grips. Like we've done that before.
Yeah.
And also there is a rotary or encoder, thumb encoder, in the grip itself that needs its own cable to go to the PCB.
Whereas on the MOZA, it's all kind of like built into it, which is cool. But obviously, if you rip something, let's say just this bit here rips or wears out, I feel this is going to be a whole
you have to replace the whole plate. Yeah.
Whereas at least with the Conspit, it's not a whole replacement. You can just do that bit. I know it's a bit involved to get to it, but you can just change the handle essentially. But if you see here, which one am I putting? This one here, there are no screws
for the
handles at all. It's all molded in.
It's a different philosophy. In a way, it's simpler to disassemble.
They're both very, it's amazed me how different these wheels are to each other.
These ones, technically, you could replace them, although you'd need to have this encoder in there.
Although, to be fair, that just unscrews off.
Okay, that unscrews off. So, but you could replace it if you wanted a different, like we could make our own replacements for these if we wanted, suede or something. Like, and a third party, I guess, could as well. So that is possible with the way this is done. And then you're left with the back plate here.
My back plate is very different.
I mean, that sounds like metal.
Yeah, yours definitely metal. Mine is some sort of composite.
It won't come across on camera at all, and it's because it's got this powder coating on it. But yeah, I like how the last thing you do is that on my one.
I mean, I know it's a tiny touch, which realistically no one's ever going to see in their life of it, but Conspit's colour's purple.
Yeah, no one's ever. If you got that
no
far,
one's ever going to see it. It's like a little Easter egg.
Yeah, so that's been very interesting. I mean, they do. I would say both of them are fairly easy to disassemble.
Yeah.
Only by disassembling them can you notice the differences.
I didn't realise there was so much difference between both of them, because from the outside they kind of look similar everywhere. It looks like your traditional GT wheel. Those are rotaries, those are encoders.
Yeah.
The shape of it, screens, stuff like that. They all look the same. But when you actually took apart the MOZA and the Conspit, completely different on the inside.
Worth saying, like I would not be able to take that ribbon cable off either. But I don't need to right now. But maybe the screens, it's not a case that you can quite easily replace screens. I don't know. At least not me anyway. Maybe a person who does these things can.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to see how that works.
It's also nice to see it's not like on phones where you can't repair them.
Yeah.
Literally, I know obviously it's not going to be cheap, it's not going to be easy to do it, but you could repair stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool to see it all disassembled. I have been to the VPG factory. They make carbon fibre wheels that are well over £1,000. And it's quite a similar process where you have your PCB in the middle, back plate, front plate, albeit they also mould their handles around a...
So they're like that.
They're like that. Like that. Let's talk about shifters, because we've also disassembled both shifters. I was really impressed by the Pogo pins actually on the Conspit one. You've got screws in and then PCB. So we show that to the camera. So that's for the data front, which I think is, again, completely different way of doing it. Not saying anyone's right or wrong. However, I would say that if the whole thing on Conspit could be more like click in and click out.
Nice.
That'd be
I
really
didn't know
nice.
they were a thing. Honestly, I did not even know.
I mean, that to me sounds like a game changer for a lot. If they can handle just a click.
Why aren't these Pogo pins, or are they? They are.
They are.
Okay.
They are Pogo
I didn't know
pins.
that.
So I think what we should do, let us know if you have any comments on what you've seen so far. I'm sure you will. It's really interesting. And if you comment on this and like this video, we can go to more brands and say, hey, can we disassemble some of your...
Can we take apart your stuff?
Can we take apart your stuff? They might not want us to, but let's have a look at the round wheels as well, because they might disassemble into something different because they have more of a hub feel. Right, so we disassembled the round wheels as well, the CS Pro from MOZA and the 310 Apex from Conspit. hit a little bit of, well, this is as far as we've got basically on these round wheels. So this is the MOZA PCB on the back with a heatsink, with the
with a double heatsink.
with a double heatsink, and with the ribbons that go to the screen. Again, like the KS Pro, I don't feel confident to take the ribbons off. So we're there, and here are the buttons on the front. There are buttons on the back, by the way, which I forgot to take off as I was taking it off, so I need to re-put them back in. But you can see there, that's the very similar to where we were with the actual GT KS Pro. Now on the Conspit, interestingly, we've been able to take stuff off. However, we're just stuck at this little screw here at the moment at the bottom. So every other screw taken out, but that screw at the bottom.
That one there has sadly bitten the dust.
Yeah, so we will need to come back and do that a different way to remove that screw. But we think from looking at it on the inside, it looks like it's going to be...
Going by the way which the MOZA is,
yeah.
I suspect that's going to be pretty much the exact same as the Conspit 310 wheel.
But we don't know for sure. We don't know for sure.
Yeah.
So what's interesting on the rim front on the round wheels from Conspit and MOZA is on the MOZA, the round wheel has this sort of construction like that. So you can put it looks like a standard shape. So you can put your rim on the front like that.
Yeah.
However, the Conspit has it on the side, so
which runs very much in parallel with their GT rim
yes.
as well.
So again, both are replaceable in this instance. The MOZA wasn't replaceable on the GT on the KS Pro rim. Both are replaceable here, but different ways of doing it. As you say, like similar construction here. Interesting that they're very different as well. Like, again, if I show you here, two very different ways of having swappable rims.
Yep.
Both rims, by the way, seem nice and nice material, and they've got stitching, and one's got a yellow and
one's yellow, one's purple.
They're both similar, but different ways there. Obviously, there's more metal here involved, and obviously here it means you can't have buttons through the middle.
One of the things which I did notice from sat back here looking at it, the actual, so keep yours as it is, the actual back of the rim, mine is all flush, where if you run your fingers over the back,
I've got
you've got grooves all the way around it.
Yeah, that's going to be personal preference. I think like maybe rally and drifter people might not like that.
Notice the ones at the top, if you want the old G.
Yeah, the G style. Like that, so you know where it is. But yeah, interesting. I didn't think that'd be different. Now you look at it, it's kind of obvious, but two different ways of doing it from Conspit and MOZA.
Yeah.